have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling. I am your host, Jeff. Alongside me, as always, is Tarek.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the special WWE Fastlane prediction show of the Scholars of Wrestling.
And shout out to Scholar Brian, who is out on assignment, a.k.a. sick.
Out on assignment, a.k.a. looking for the cure.
Looking for the cure to all things. So,
I don't think he'll find it.
Oh, yeah, he will.
If anyone, Brian probably could.
But in the meantime, of course, if you're listening to this, you know what time of the year it is. It's time for predicting WWE Fastlane, of all things.
It's actually really funny. At first, when I first heard this, I'm like, really? They're getting rid of Elimination Chamber for a lame-ass title like Fastlane? But now when they're actually like plugging in the on the road in the Fastlane to WrestleMania, I'm like, Fastlane for Road to WrestleMania. Clever. Not really, but still, it's like, I get it. It's a lame, but hey, for effort.
Yeah, it seemed really odd just putting it there, but at the same time, in all honesty, the card seems like it's shaping up to be okay.
When I saw the final card, the final card at the time when Raw ended, and just how Raw turned out, it actually was a very good Raw.
Right, and I agree with you.
It was actually one of my favorite Raws in a good while, because really I had no complaints, except maybe one or two things, but I'll probably talk about that because the build for certain matches are on the card, so I'll get into that later. So,
right.
With all those little nitpicks, I'm going to give Raw, just throw out Raw a full beard. Even the commentary team, to me, was very surprising because, they did what they were they did what they should be doing, talking about the current storylines that's happening in the ring instead of having the match go on and then talking about something else. They're putting focus in the ring with the superstars. The commentary team was on their A game, except Michael Cole. He was kind of on his B+, because when you call Luke Harper Luke Ambrose, yeah, I think that's
I didn't even catch that.
I just he said Luke Ambrose. Michael Cole, you just always cease to upset me.
Yeah.
Upsettingly amuse me.
Well, to me, he's a totally other bag of worms right there. In the meantime, we got a lot to talk about tonight. And of course, we can't talk about WWE Fastlane without talking about a little bit of backstage news.
Indeed. Let us go peek behind the curtain and check in on a little, since Brian's not here,
Do the fact.
Backstage news.
And the Effector are in the red right now.
I actually got to work that little bit with Brian. Peek behind the curtain and then go into backstage news.
Maybe one of these days we'll actually make a sound effect for it. But in the meantime, let's just get right on to it.
We are our own sound bit. We don't need a sound bit.
I am the special effects. # Johnny Cage. Anyway,
this is where you fall down.
Anyway, first item on the docket. Apparently, that little one-off remark that Seth Rollins said on Raw about taking over the Daily Show when Jon Stewart leaves. Well, apparently Jon Stewart is a wrestling fan because he just responded to Seth Rollins, and they're just having a little war of words between each other all this week, which leads many to believe that either Jon Stewart will show up at Fastlane or Seth Rollins will show up on the Daily Show next week.
I would kind of lean more towards the Daily Show. I don't know why. When I saw the video that Jon Stewart did, which was a very funny video, I loved it.
He's looking old. I didn't realize it before, but he's looking old.
That's what happens when the years go by, fool. It's a sad truth.
Yeah, I didn't realize. It's one of those things where he's been around for a while, but you just don't realize how long he's been around.
I know. Where does the time go?
But
yeah, I just love that he was pointing out. He's like, what was it? He was a stick of dynamite, and then he started clearing out. Maybe I'm not a stick of that. Maybe wood. I don't have bones of steel, but more like bones of wood.
Self-deprecating humor. It's a classic.
It really worked. He definitely got a good chuckle out of me from those videos. I actually do wish he shows up on maybe Fastlane, maybe Raw, be a special guest host or something. But I would love to see Seth Rollins on the Daily Show.
Honestly, any combination of those two things would be great.
Was there a response? Did Rollins or anyone respond, or was it just Jon Stewart's video?
Oh no, Rollins definitely responded. I think it was like a Skype call from some people at TMZ or something like that, but he did respond.
Oh, I have to see the respond. I only know Jon Stewart's respond to the comment.
Yeah, it's basically inviting him to come down to WWE, or he'll come down to the Daily Show. Nothing is really set in stone yet. It's just sort of setting the stage for what could be. Personally, if I had my preference, I would like to see him show up on... I would like to see Jon Stewart show up at Fastlane. Especially since this month is free for new subscribers. That could be a good hook to get people to subscribe for all the unexpected moments. And to put Fastlane on the map.
Except you.
Yeah, except me. Then again, I'm not
you're a man of your word.
Yeah,
you're a man of your word.
I gotta hold on to the bet. I can't change courses now.
It's okay. You still have me. You still have Brian to give the network.
I still have many
to provide
options,
the network for you.
So we'll see where that goes.
I can't wait to see where that goes, if it actually does go.
I hope it will. In the meantime, this one really caught me off guard. I think it just dropped today, as a matter of fact. Apparently, CM Punk and Colt Cabana have just been sued by Dr. Chris Amon, a.k.a. the doctor who supposedly did not diagnose CM Punk's staph infection. He is now suing CM Punk and Colt Cabana.
Yeah, this is news to me. I actually had not heard of this until pretty much right now. As you were giving out the news, this is the first I'm hearing of it.
Yeah, supposedly he's suing CM Punk and Colt Cabana for $1 million in damages due to the damage that his reputation suffered after what happened with the podcast heard around the world and all of that. And there was actually something posted on the .com about WWE standing behind Dr. Chris Amon.
Are you surprised, though?
I am a little surprised, only in the fact that they're being as public as they are about this. That, like, we're talking like front page on WWE.com style defense, just like saying, okay, here's some footage about CM Punk and his staph infection supposedly below the waist. We have no record of this in our files. Look at this footage and decide for yourself. It's, again, which I think they just posted maybe 3 hours ago, as from when this recording is going on. It's pretty...
Like I said, this is news to me, so whatever you're managing to come on up...
very new stuff.
This is going to be an interesting story.
Yeah, really. This is so new, I haven't really had much time to process it yet, to be perfectly honest with you.
This is me processing it right now.
Yeah, really, I think we're going to have no choice but to go into wait-and-see mode at this point. But it really seems like WWE is taking absolutely no chances here, and they're definitely going into damage control mode.
No chance, that's all they got.
Yeah. I don't know, Punk might have a case, but then again, it's way too early, and who knows how everyone's going to rule.
Because who knows what Punk is going to present as evidence on this whole claim that he has. But
oh yeah, probably his own medical records.
Yeah.
But, you know, then again, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a lawyer yet. So we'll see what we come up with.
Yet. Dun, 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 dun. God, I wish we were a video so people cannot see what I'm doing.
Note to self, buy a video camera with the 0xx funds we have. In the meantime, moving on. Big news here. I think I'm the only one who cares about this. Apparently Samoa Joe is now officially done with TNA.
I think that's the biggest news that really come out of this week. At least for me.
Yeah, I know I was the one, as soon as AJ Styles left TNA, I was the big advocate, and no one was like, his time is done.
Joe,
forget about him. And then AJ Styles goes off to New Japan, goes off and joins the Bullet Club, and now is a 2-time New Japan champion. Go figure.
It's like AJ Styles went to New Japan. I'm pretty sure Samoa Joe is close behind. Because obviously he's not going to go to WWE.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if they pick him up. Although a couple people in WWE keep saying they're going to be, they would love to see him in WWE. Like Steve Austin has said that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's some people that would love to see him. Didn't Mick Foley say something about that as well?
He probably did. I haven't checked his Twitter feed in a few days, or his Facebook, whatever. But it certainly wouldn't shock me. I know there's still plenty of people who are pulling for Joe.
Oh, yeah, I'm pulling for Joe. I would love to see him at least be in NXT to help develop his WWE form of wrestling, which he will slowly gain.
Yeah, my logic is if they can make someone like Kevin Owens work, I'm pretty sure Joe can make it work if he still has anything left in the tank, which I still think he does.
I think he still does too, but for this, I would love to see him in a WWE ring, but knowing WWE's logic, he has to be basically rebuilt. Like his character will pretty much mean nothing. All he's done in the Independents, TNA, it's not going to matter. Ring of Honor, it's not going to matter. He's got to basically be reborn in a WWE.
I don't know. They seem to be okay with what they did with the legacy of guys like Hideo Itami, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor. I think the precedent is there that where if they want to bring him in, that's what they probably would do in order to like spark some sort of interest right away. But that's assuming a lot of things. Assuming he signs on with WWE, assuming he goes to NXT. It's assuming a lot.
Well, I'm thinking more down the line of probably Ring of Honor or New Japan. I think those are basically the top contenders for him to go. Like I said, WWE is it may be third place in WWE, right? If he would go.
Yeah. Again, this is another one of those things that's so early on. There's still a lot of room for changes and.
So who's left? Who's left now in TNA? Kurt Angle, Lashley,
Abyss.
Is that really it? Anderdy?
Anderdy. Ken Anderson, Anderdy. Jessica Havoc.
Okay. The roster really does seem to be slimming.
Yeah. Again, I haven't watched TNA for a while, so they could have some more homegrown people, quote unquote, who could still be okay. I keep hearing good things about Bobby Roode and
oh yeah, of course, Bobby
Magnus.
Roode. Yeah. How did I miss those two?
Because we don't watch TNA in years.
Touche, salesman.
All right. And finally, for the big little bit of backstage news that I know everyone was really waiting for, one Mr. Keith Apicary, a.k.a. the character played by actor Nathan Barnett, is applying for Tough Enough. I just posted a video trying out for Tough Enough.
He posted a video?
He posted two videos. One is an actual tryout video for Tough Enough.
And one is like a character?
In character. Oh, no, they're all in character.
Oh, they're all in character.
One is an actual tryout video for Tough Enough. The other one is a music video with John Morrison, a.k.a. Lucha Underground's Johnny Mundo.
I love John Morrison. Ever since he yesed with us, it was so much fun. He gained a special place.
Personally, I don't know. I know you haven't been the biggest fan of his, but personally, I like the guy, and he's got a real knack for physical humor. And it seems like the guy just, does not care. He'll just go in there and just, take bumps and just do stunts, and he doesn't care. If he gets accepted, I can easily see him being the next generation Santino. Just like a comedy jobber.
I kind of don't want the comedy jobbers. I really don't. Like you said, I'm not really that big a fan. So it just seems like a waste of a spot in Tough Enough of someone who could actually, be something. But it's Tough Enough. The only real Tough Enough guy that actually meant something. Wow, I can't really think of any.
Maven.
I think Maven. Yeah, I actually do think Maven and Nydia. First season winners actually, and of winners wise, I can't include Nowitzki.
We also can't forget about Jackie Gayda.
If I had glasses, I'd be taking them off.
Seriously, I think the biggest name that we can think of who came from Tough Enough is maybe The Miz.
Yeah.
And he didn't even win.
Yeah, he didn't win. Exactly. It was The Miz. I think he's the only guy. Wait, is he the only guy who actually was involved with Tough Enough that actually won the title?
Won the WWE World Heavyweight title? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that he's the only one.
He's the
and
one.
He didn't win the damn thing. And what's his name that won the most recent one? What? I call him Lionel because he looks like a lion. What is his name?
I don't know. I just keep remembering it with Silent Rage.
Silent Rage and Cameron. What did she say her favorite match was?
Melina versus Alicia Fox.
Oh,
so
how
bad.
Just you saw the look on Austin's face when she said that. He's like, who?
What?
Who? He pulled a Booker T there. Who?
Oh man.
Oh man.
I would love to see this guy, but then again, my doubts are pretty low. Who knows if he is actually going to be addressed in any way, or if he's ever going to get his feud with Dolph Ziggler.
No,
probably
he's
not.
Never going to get his feud with Dolph Ziggler. It's a waste of time even talking about this, really. Because, like I said,
not to me.
Yeah, because you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, fool.
I am cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And speaking of Cocoa Puffs, let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about our predictions for WWE Fastlane.
I don't know how a brand of cereal can jump into a WWE pay-per-view other than Cocoa Pebbles or Fruity Pebbles.
Because Ziggles, that's why.
Ziggles has something to do with Cocoa Puffs?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not even going to question
match.
This.
Our first match just confirmed Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, and Ryback versus the team of Seth Rollins, Kane, and The Big Show. To me, this one seems pretty straightforward. Ziggler, Rowan, and Ryback all need to gain some momentum back from the heel team. So, personally, I think they're going over.
I think they're going over too, and I think it's going to be Ziggler pinning Rollins.
Ziggler pinning Rollins, okay.
That's my guess, because the whole focus of this whole feud is Ziggler and Rollins. Kane and Big Show are doing their own separate potential Kane versus Big Show feud. What is this, number 11?
I don't even know, nor do I particularly care, and that's really sad.
The one thing that cracks me up was this past Monday when Kane and Big Show were having an argument with Triple H in the middle, and all of a sudden Big Show tried to go old school, and he said May 13th. I'm like,
I caught that.
No,
too.
It's like it's May 19th. Come on.
Wrong.
Come on, you were even part of that feud or part of that storyline. How can you not remember this? Well, at least you got, because if he actually did say May 19th, Kane probably would have lost his shit.
Well, there you go. That's why it didn't work.
Sure, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Head canon is now canon.
Any case, I'm going to take a slightly different approach. I still agree that Team Ziggler wins. However, I don't think Ziggler is going to be the one to pin Rollins clean. I think there's going to be some team shenanigans. Kane and Big Show are going to start, tripping over each other's feet. Ziggler's going to hit a zigzag or something, and then he's going to pin either Kane or Big Show. So that not only do they leave Seth Rollins still smelling like a rose leading up to WrestleMania, where there could be a possible cash-in, but Kane or Big Show, that will set the groundwork for Kane or Big Show to have a possible match at WrestleMania if they so choose.
I could see them doing that without having one of them being pinned. I just basically see them start fighting each other during the match. It's so, like I said, the main focus of this whole feud has been Ziggler and Rollins. And I think it's those two who are going to be the big deciding factor in this match. Sad to say that Ryback and Rowan, well, at least for me, Ryback. I love Rowan, but like I've been saying for weeks, he really isn't his character really isn't going anywhere.
Yeah,
at least with Ryback, he has a bigger future, in my opinion, than Rowan. But they're pretty much the lackeys for Ziggler, because Ziggler is the star of this whole feud, as Rollins is. Because do we really need to see? I'm glad it's Big Show and Kane for this one. Is it just me, or am I are you sick of the J&J security?
I can see how someone would be. Really, they're just sort of there.
I feel like now they're getting too involved.
They're certainly more involved than they have been.
Then they should be. Yeah, have them involved every once in a while, but have them involved in every single thing that Rollins is doing.
It's lazy booking.
It's very lazy booking, and I think that is hurting Rollins a lot more than getting pinned, in my opinion. I don't think a pinfall will actually... Rollins has done enough for me where a pinfall can't hurt him. It's the same thing with Ziggler. If he got pinned, it's not going to hurt him either. They're both in a position where they can't get hurt. At least their ranking in the WWE's eyes.
Yeah, but in the fans' eyes...
I don't even think in the fans' eyes either. He still has that Money in the Bank briefcase. And as we all know, people who have the Money in the Bank briefcase does have a stroke of bad luck for a little bit before they cash in.
Yeah, and I think we've established this before, that if they do end up, just the way that a Money in the Bank holder is booked before a cash-in, hasn't historically always been the best.
No, it hasn't.
But again, that's a whole other story for a whole other episode.
But yeah.
But we still do agree on who's going to win this one.
Ziggler, Rowan, Ryback for the win. Ziggler getting the pin. That's my final decision.
Agreed.
Or final prediction. Yes. It's not like I'm the one booking this.
Yeah, really. Neither of us are, and for better or for worse. In any case, next match, the match that we've been waiting for quite a while. Goldust versus Stardust. Team Dazzling Gold butting heads. Finally. Who wins?
You know what? Let me refurbish what you just said. The match we've all been waiting for, just at the wrong event.
Yeah.
For me, I felt like Goldust should have been taken off TV for a while, so Stardust can establish himself as a single star. Because when he came in as Stardust, he was already part of Dashingly Gold. He was a tag team guy. We haven't really seen, we've seen it during tag team matches, the difference between Cody Rhodes and Stardust, but we haven't really seen Stardust go as a singles guy. Mm-hmm. I really wish we saw Stardust go as a singles guy. He didn't really need a feud or anything. He just needed let's see, who were they facing when Gold and Stardust lost? Was it New Day?
I think must have been New Day.
They were facing New Day, because at my shock when I was watching that Raw, that was the most interactive I've seen a crowd for New Day. I was like, wow, they are really into this. It's the first time I've ever seen it. But, if anything, Stardust, he turns on Goldust. I would like to see him go against each member of New Day and just show what he can do by himself. Establish that he is awesome, which we all know Cody Rhodes, Stardust, whatever he wants to be called is. And let's say sometime after Fastlane, Goldust shows up and then starts a feud. Because now I feel like this is just he turned. Automatic match. No real build of really seeing Goldust's reaction other than what happened on SmackDown, just that backstage interview. I feel like there could have been a little more depth to this.
Right. And I think we're starting to touch upon something that I think is going to be infecting a lot of this pay-per-view going forward. The fact where a lot of the big marquee matches that we expected to see at WrestleMania seem to be happening now. Which personally leads me to believe that at least one or two of these are going to be rematches at WrestleMania with some sort of special stipulation. Whether or not Goldust and Stardust is going to be one of them, I don't know.
A part of me is saying it probably will. This probably won't have such a clean finish. It's going to have... I'm going to say Stardust picks up the win.
Agreed. I'm going to say Stardust picks up the win, and this will set up for some sort of specialty rematch at WrestleMania, and which Goldust, whether he wins or not, this is going to be his send-off, his swan song, especially when he gets a big-time match at WrestleMania. That'll be his thank you.
Can I give a prediction on what I want as the stipulation match for WrestleMania?
Fire away. It's our show.
I want it to be a 2 out of 3 falls.
Interesting choice.
No specialty matches for each of them. I just want it to be a simple 2 out of 3 falls.
Actually, that might not be a bad idea, especially if they go for a dusty finish. Finish with the Dust Brothers.
Unintentional humor. Knee slapper.
Actually, you know what? That would make a lot of sense if Dusty Rhodes had a hand in this feud. They do a dusty finish, maybe Stardust goes over, leading into their feud at WrestleMania. I can see this working.
They're doing what Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was at NXT TakeOver Rival. Their first title match, that was the setup match for something bigger, and this is exactly what this is. We're going to get a lot more after this as we build on to WrestleMania. But, yeah, I'd like to see them do some kind of specialty match, preferably a 2 out of 3 falls. Because I think having each of them gain a victory and then having gone into a third fall shows how good both of these guys really are. And have probably Dusty Rhodes just sit right outside watching the match, watching his two boys going at it at WrestleMania, baby.
He's got a bicycle. Seriously, I would love to see that too. Hopefully it ends up going like we said. With the bicycles, baby.
Baby.
But who knows? We got only a couple days from this recording to see. In the meantime, we have a tag team match. Usos versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd for the tag titles. Go ahead, fool, say it.
Well, are you expecting me to say the prediction right now, or just how I'm feeling?
I think we all know how you're feeling after that heavy sigh. Lay us a prediction. See,
at first I was okay with this feud. I'm like, you know what? They're actually putting nice build for Tyson Kidd and Cesaro as a tag team. I'm liking. They're prepping. They've been working in the Performance Center, working on new moves that they can do together, special tag team moves. But the one major flaw that this feud has been going on with is the main point of the feud, the main focus for the feud, which is a Total Divas feud with Natalya and Naomi, with their husbands and their brother/tag team partner. The main focus is on the wives, when the main focus should really be on the two teams that are actually, facing each other for the tag team championships.
Oh, Total Divas, you are a cruel mistress.
Total Divas, you are a poison to the potentially good product.
But anyway, going into the match.
How do
you see this going?
It's kind of a no-brainer. It really is. The Usos are going to take this. Because, like I've been saying, they're not focusing on the potential of the tag team championships. They're only focusing on the side story, which is apparently the main story for the feud. The tag team championships mean nothing in this feud. The main focus is two wives going at it with their husbands, being the support. And Cesaro and what was it, Jimmy? That's not the husband. I think Jay is the husband. I don't care anymore. At this point,
I don't want to say they both look alike, but they kind of do. They're kind of twins.
They're twins, Basil. They are twins. They don't separate them at all. There's not like one wears a different color. They're the same damn colors. Where at one point they actually were doing the switcheroo that the Bellas even do. Ugh.
Let's not even go.
Let's not even go there. But yeah, this is just, it had a good potential of having two good tag teams going at it, but they decided to have the main focus be the Total Diva storyline. Can we move on? It really pisses me off because whoever listen, for all the people who listen to this show, for you all know me, how so much potential I have in Cesaro. He's being wasted. He's the lackey for the lackey. The husbands are the lackeys of the feud, and Cesaro and Brother Uso number 2 is the lackey for Uso number 1 and Naomi.
In this particular case, I would tend to disagree, if only because they seem to be turning chicken poop into chicken salad. But ultimately, it hinges on what my prediction for the feud and the match going forward is this: Usos go over. Team Brass Ring goes on to do a multi-man tag match at WrestleMania, and if they've got any shot at all of getting the tag titles, they do it there in the multi-man tag match at WrestleMania.
Speaking of tag teams, what are your thoughts on potential primetime players coming back together?
Delighted. Personally, I love the primetime players. I am so glad that it looks like they're coming back. Gives Darren Young something to do, gives Titus something to do, and it gives me an excuse to listen to that great tag team music again.
I am very happy.
Millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. It makes me question, why the hell did you break them up in the first place?
Because WWE booking, that's why.
Because, yeah, they had a potential in Titus O'Neil, and they just was like, you know what? Potential? Nah. Let's just throw Titus O'Neil with Heath Slater and bring on Slater Gator. I am so glad they broke up Slater Gator. I hated Slater Gator. I hope Heath Slater is on that level where he's going to be fired post WrestleMania. I don't care. He was a complete waste keeping him. They should have kept Drew McIntyre, because that makes a lot more sense, because he's a better in-ring competitor. Screw Heath Slater. I'm tired of him. I'm glad they got Titus O'Neil away from him. I like Titus O'Neil. I'm very happy for the return of primetime players.
You know what I want to see happen before Heath Slater gets fired? I want to see Heath Slater, instead of his normal theme music, I want him to come out to really sad piano music, just saying, I'm a one-man band, do. Just come to the ring all despondent, just to get jobbed out in like 3 minutes.
He's gonna come out with the Incredible Hulk piano theme. One man band. Dun, dun, dun,
I'm a one man band.
Dun, 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 dun. He's just gonna walk in with his thumb. He
puts eye drops in his eyes before he comes out.
No, not eye drop. He's gonna draw a little eye drop coming out. He's gonna be the sad crying clown in an iron lung. He's gonna walk out with a sign that says "We'll wrestle for food."
You stole my idea. Comes out with face paint. This looks like he's all dirty. Except they would get over and they wouldn't go anywhere.
He wouldn't go over. It'll just be like, wow, they really do have absolutely nothing for you. Him and Zack Ryder, I think, are gone this year.
Unfortunately, yeah, it looks like that.
And maybe Curtis Axel.
Poor guys.
I say Curtis Axel, poor guy, even more.
Yeah,
because he's actually good.
And then again, this is WWE. You could say that about a lot of guys. In the meantime, here's something that probably won't suck. John Cena versus Rusev for the U.S. title at Fastlane. Who do you got?
Rusev.
Really? You too?
This is going to this is going to lead to another rematch at WrestleMania, where it's going to be Cena coming out, finally defeating the undefeated Rusev. They're going to have Rusev. I'm not going to say completely destroy, but it's going to be pretty much another Jack Swagger, except John Cena's filling the role of Jack Swagger, where it looks like he could win, but Rusev is going to come out on top. Maybe there'll be a cheap victory, which I kind of hope not, because have at least the first match having Rusev keep his momentum going and having him win clean. And Cena wants a rematch, which will lead. He's like, this isn't even about for the title. It's about America.
But America, you can't see me.
This is good. It's like, I would like to see them actually take one step further. Like when Lana, a few months ago, tweeted the picture of the European title. I actually wish that Rusev wins clean. And then the next night on Raw, he says that he's topped the best choice for America, and so he's conquered America, and then bring the European title, convert it to the European title, and then have John Cena once again. He's like, I'm gonna beat you.
That's it.
I'm gonna beat your ass at WrestleMania. I'm gonna beat you.
We're gonna have a wrestling match, and I'm going to win, and you can't see me.
And I'm gonna convert that title back to the United States title, as long as it's not the United States spinner belt. Thank you.
Oh, well, let's face it, he's not gonna rule that out yet. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised we actually agree on this. That Cena's gonna actually lose clean.
I hope he loses clean, because
setting up to a big time rematch of WrestleMania where 1, 2, 3 John Cena goes over, which would be fine.
I want Cena to pass out. He does that thing where he never gives up. Knee slapper again, where he doesn't give up in the match and he just passes out and kind of do what they once again were doing with Jack Swagger. He never technically defeated him. He never made him tap. Don't you want it? And maybe, if anything, make it a submission match at Mania.
Oh, dear.
You know what? No submission match. I just realized that is exactly this Jack Swagger, because they did the exact same thing. They did make it into a submission match.
John Cena in a submission
match.
No.
Disregard what I just said. Just have another one-on-one match for the United States Championship at WrestleMania, or a European Championship, or whatever way they want to book it.
Just about any way but a submission match.
Anything but a submission match. Yeah, shame on me for even making that suggestion.
Hey, it happens.
But yeah, have it so Rusev gets the upper hand on Cena, and then have Cena... Well, it has to be done. Rusev can't stay undefeated forever.
No one, in my opinion, no one ever should. But hey, in any other case, if this is where they're going with this, hey, Rusev had a very good run and he's still looking strong after all this. So.
I do like it that it's like it had to take the number one guy to defeat Rusev and actually keep it going where no one else still can't defeat him unless you're a humongous name.
And that's a big time push for Rusev, no matter how you slice it.
It really is, and I like it. I like Rusev. I like Lana. I like Lana a lot.
I like him. I like her more.
She's prettyful.
Well, then again, you're a married man, so haha, more for me. Speaking of haha, more for me, for the Divas title, next up we got Nikki Bella versus Paige. What happens?
I honestly don't care. Even though I do have to make a prediction, but I really don't care about this whole feud. This is the one thing that actually got my ranking down for... I'm not tossing a coin.
Okay, well, I'm tossing a coin.
Because you were at a complete loss too?
No, I'm just tossing a coin for your sake.
Okay. Okay, you know what? For the heck of it, let's just go.
Okay.
Give me the damn coin.
No, I got it. All right. I'm actually doing this with an arcade token, so...
Which is heads and which is tails.
Okay, there's the eagle side, and then there's the no coin value sign.
I'm actually gonna get a quarter. I'm actually getting a quarter.
No, I already flipped it. It's already on my hand.
You know what? I guess
no coin value is tails.
I guess tails.
Tails
for... What was the point? Oh God! You know what? Just say tails is for Paige, heads is for Nikki Bella.
Okay, that's your pick.
Because the champion has to be the top one. Heads.
Okay, and the winner is tails, Paige.
So you know what? Okay. This whole feud has been when I look at this feud, it's high school, it's a teenage drama. It's a teenage movie. It's Mean Girls. It's like high school movie crap.
Yeah, you know
We're gonna steal your clothes, and you're gonna have to come out as a
Naked
Rose
Paige, brah. Naked Paige.
Naked Paige. Yeah.
Rosebud Paige, brah.
Here's my question: when you saw after when you saw Raw and you saw the Bellas take her clothes, and then she came out and she saw the Rosebuds. Did you happen to notice the one Rosebud that was actually wearing a silver wrestling attire? And then I'm like, oh, I actually can see Paige dressed up like that. But then she pulls the one that's dressed up like a ballerina princess fairy thing. I'm like, really? You have one that actually does look like you can actually wear that as wrestling gear, and you chose the joke one?
I'm sorry, I sort of lost focus as soon as Paige came out in a towel. I was just like,
I'll give you that, fool.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about? Feuds, pay-per-view, what? Pay-per-view, what?
You put your prediction, and let's move on, please.
Okay. Personally, I think Nikki's going to retain, setting up for some sort of other Divas title match for WrestleMania. Maybe she'll get it back then. I know it's sort of an ongoing theme with this, but hey, this match applies too. I don't think it's going to be the only one.
You know what? I don't even care. I was going to be like, should I? My guess is probably Nikki's going to retain, but I'm just going to rely on your coin toss. You know what?
Okay, so you're going with
to hell with your coin toss. I'm going to say Nikki as well.
All right.
Because really, like, they want John Cena's girl to be champion.
Well,
evil Bella Boobs.
Evil Bella Boobs wins. In the meantime, let's move on to something slightly happier. Intercontinental title match. Wade Barrett versus Dean Ambrose. Who do you got?
This is the hardest match for me.
Really?
Because I could see both of them winning. I really can. But here's another thing. Do you think this one is another one that could be a rematch for Mania?
It easily could. However, let me just put it this way. My prediction for this match, Dean Ambrose wins it, taking advantage of the fan favorite and during a free month of the WWE Network. They can easily set up for another big type of specialty match. It could be a straight-up rematch. Could be a ladder match. Could be a multi-man match with all the other deserving guys where Dean Ambrose can retain in an awesome display. It'll bring it back to like that workhorse title status, like we typically know it as for any long-term fans of the product. But basically, as far as this match goes, I see a multitude of scenarios where Dean Ambrose can win and make it work. So my pick is Dean Ambrose.
I'm leaning more towards Ambrose as well, and with you saying like have a multi-man match or a ladder match, some kind of stipulation match, why not have the Intercontinental Championship be the winner for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal if they do it again?
That's another
have
option.
Something adding more than just an Andre the Giant trophy. I said it last year, this and plenty of times after. I always felt that the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal should mean something other than just winning a trophy of Andre the Giant, which, yeah. I feel like this was supposed to help younger guys take the step into becoming future stars, and I felt like the winner of that match should get an Intercontinental Championship shot.
That would be a decent idea. But then again, to me that will depend entirely on where everyone else is at as far as the current card right now. If they decide to make a couple of these matches total feud enders, then maybe that could happen. Then have it be a setup for a title shot. But as far as that, personally, I'm not convinced it's likely.
Oh, I'm not convinced it's going to happen either. I just feel like it should be something more than just for a trophy. I feel like it should be something that actually, can help elevate the star by having him go for the second tier title. Help him elevate him to a higher ranking if they want to push another star. Have it something similar for, I guess, the best way to put it, the Royal Rumble for mid-carders.
I can see that.
Like have the next pay-per-view, they get a title match, the IC title match.
I can see that.
And it's great. It'll give more credibility for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal instead of just, like I said, winning a stupid trophy. Even though the trophy is pretty cool, I loved the statue last year. It was just him, Andre, doing his Andre pose. It was I liked it.
Right. And then again, you also have to keep in mind that was the first and only year they've done the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. They can take this in any number of different paths, assuming that they're even going to bring it back at all. But as far as Barrett Ambrose...
I'm actually going to pick Ambrose as well.
Ambrose? Okay.
As much as I love Wade Barrett, I just feel like they're not giving him anything, and he's just the transitional champion.
Could very well be.
Because they had to take the belt off Ziggler, so he can be part of something bigger, which I love that the Intercontinental Championship is actually doing what it's supposed to do and help push younger stars to main event statuses.
Or conversely, I think Dean Ambrose is going to be the guy to actually is actually going to be able to elevate the title.
I think so too, because it's like I said plenty of times, and even you said it as well. He is the number one face behind Daniel Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
He is
absolutely.
He is one of the most over superstars in WWE, and as much as I love him, I don't think he's like, I could see him being champion, but not yet, and having him have the Intercontinental Champion help raise his ranks and help raise the ranks of the Intercontinental Championship, like you said.
Agreed. Now, speaking of Daniel Bryan, let's move on to the big enchilada. Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, number one contender spot for a match at WrestleMania for the title. Who is going to go over?
This is another hard one for me because, like what Bryan said, what was it, a couple weeks ago? When I wasn't here, he could see this going as a triple threat match with Reigns, Bryan, and Lesnar at Mania. I can see it as well. Which is like, this is going to be a very, very dirty finish. I want, if they're going to go with the one person one-on-one at Mania, which they want, I think Reigns is going to take it.
Okay.
But what I really want to see happen is have some kind of shenanigans where both guys can be put in the match.
Okay, but as far as winners,
if it's just
one person has to win.
If one person has to win, my pick is Reigns, because I really do agree with Bryan on this. I feel the Royal Rumble winner should be in the title match at Mania, and with this big momentum that they have for Roman Reigns, I think he is their boy to be put in this match.
If the past year happened in a much different way, I would probably agree with you. But let's face it, the last year hasn't really gone the way anyone has expected. Not for Roman Reigns, not for Daniel Bryan, not the way it has been for anybody.
It's been a very awkward year, yes.
Yes, it has been tremendously awkward. Even though it seems like they seem to be getting the story right with Roman Reigns, the problem is that they're just starting in the last month, when in reality they should have been building it up
since they broke up the Shield.
Or from at least the last 6 months, to if not the entire year. Roman Reigns has been handled so poorly that, you know what? If this was handled better, then yeah, I would be all aboard the Roman Reigns train. But for right now, people are still on board with Daniel Bryan. Both guys just came back from injury, and both these guys really just sort of picked up where they left off. Roman Reigns had minimal momentum. Daniel Bryan was still a huge fan favorite with all the momentum in the world. And then they wonder why everyone still is back to the status quo with both of these guys. Anyway, I'm digressing now.
Mm-hmm.
Back onto my actual prediction. I'm going to have to trust my heart on this one. As cynical as I've become over the past few months, there's still a part of me that still wants to believe that maybe the WWE still has a chance to get it right. I'm thinking that maybe they're going to do the right thing in this case too, and put Bryan over, leave Roman Reigns in some other role, maybe put him in the Intercontinental title feud, something that really makes him look really, really strong in some other capacity. Maybe if you're going to bring the Andre the Giant Battle Royal back, maybe have him win that instead. While Cesaro, the last winner, is in some sort of feud for the tag titles or something. There can be a void there, and Roman Reigns can definitely serve that purpose, to serve as his road back. Maybe give him the title at Survivor Series or some other big, or SummerSlam.
I would say SummerSlam, yeah.
Yeah, some other big major pay-per-view where it would still be a big deal when Roman Reigns eventually wins. Long story short, Bryan is my pick.
If Roman Reigns hadn't won the Royal Rumble, I would be all for that. I would be 100% with you. But it's because Roman Reigns won, and they have so much high hopes for him. They want him to be the next star once John Cena steps down. I am totally agree. He shouldn't have won the Royal Rumble. He should have been slowly. I would love to. I could definitely have seen him won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and then go on for the Intercontinental Championship. Cesaro, on the other hand, maybe get him away from the tag team titles because you know how worthless they're becoming. Have him go for at least like the United. Have him at least go for like the United States Championship, the one right below the have him reestablish him as a single star. But that's just me. That's just me digressing. But like I said, they had, as I was going with Reigns, they've had so much high hopes, and they are finally booking him right. This how he was booked this past Raw was perfect. I was very happy. I'm like, where was this? Where was this instead of the suffering succotash or Roman Reigns and the Beanstalk? Ugh. If they've been having him do this for a good while, then I actually wouldn't have mind that he won the Royal Rumble.
I think we'd all be on board with that.
We would be on board with that. We'd be like, okay, finally, we got an up-and-coming guy who's being booked right to go on to WrestleMania. Will he still beat Brock Lesnar? Hell no. I still am not convinced Brock Lesnar's losing the match. He'll get cashed in. I'm still solely convinced they're saving Seth Rollins' cash in for Mania.
It's still a strong possibility right now.
But I don't... Right now, yes, they are booking him right, but even though my choice was Reigns, a part of me is slowly thinking this match might end as a no contest. So we can get both. I am 100% convinced that they're going to add Bryan to the title match.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like it may sound like a cop-out as far as the shows goes, but I feel like I don't really know what they're going to do. This is one of those rare moments where they're riding the line between what you think they're going to do and good booking, really. I don't really... It could go any number of ways.
Their best option. Going back with what Bryan said, because Bryan... A lot of stuff that Bryan said, I was 100% agreeing with. WWE has backed themselves into a corner that they have great difficulty getting themselves out of. Their best option right now is to put Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Because I am not convinced that either of them, Bryan or Reigns... Yeah, Bryan and Reigns versus Lesnar singles matches could do well, but it's not going to be anything spectacular. Having all three of them is something spectacular. You have the People's Champion versus the Corporate Champion versus the Ultimate Badass Champion. The Champion of Champions. Is the best way to put it, because Brock Lesnar is
actual champion.
He's not just he's the actual champion, but he is, like I said, the Champion of Champions. He did something that can't be done. Defeated the Brock Lesnar. Defeated the Undertaker streak at last year's Mania.
Brock defeated Lesnar.
Brock defeated... Thank you.
You're welcome for that.
He just completely destroyed Cena at SummerSlam to win the title. He completely destroyed Cena and Seth Rollins with a broken frickin' rib. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Broken frickin' rib. And he did it like it was nothing. Brock Lesnar is at a point, like I said, he's not losing at Mania. I am convinced. You can't Bryan or Reigns by themselves cannot defeat Brock Lesnar right now. The best option is to make it a triple threat match.
So in terms of this match, just bringing it full circle, you gotta pick one winner for this match.
If I picked
Who's
one
your winner,
my winner is still Reigns. Because he's still the corporate champion. What matters is what the corporation wants, because they're the ones running the show. But like I said, he may be my choice, but my all-in-all choice is still going to be like a no contest with both guys going into the title match.
Right. But then again, I'm not so convinced that WWE is out of the woods as far as damage control at this point. In this point, I still have some hope that it's going to be Bryan going over.
I just hope they don't bring in Sheamus and have him turn heel, become the authority Sheamus and have.
Ew.
That's what Vince wants, apparently. So,
what Vince wants is wrong right now. That seems to be very apparent.
Even Triple H knows it by subtly throwing him under the bus.
Even Vince knows it. Apparently, in his Muscle and Fitness article this month, he even says, "Yeah, the company's probably going to just improve while I'm gone. When I'm gone." He said that.
Yeah, and at least he's finally able to see it for himself, which.
And that's the thing that gives me hope during all of
even
these little pay-per-views like this. So, who knows where we're going to go with this? There's only one way to find out.
I'm hoping for a triple threat, and in the end, I'm hoping for a triple threat.
We'll see how this goes. It all depends on Fastlane. Before we close out, we want to know what you guys think.
What about Triple H and Sting? What do you think's going to happen there?
It's going to be...
You think Sting's finally going to talk?
It's just going to be another segment. It's just going to lead up to what we know is going to happen with the showdown at WrestleMania, the actual match.
You think Sting is actually going to talk? You think Sting's finally going to talk?
I think he's going to make an appearance. I think he's going to talk. There's going to be maybe a punch thrown, but no actual match.
You think this is all just going to be like he's going to explain why he attacked Triple H's...
It's going to be a promo segment.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a beautiful promo segment.
Yeah. And maybe have a couple more promos leading up to Mania.
This is probably going to be the one right before the main event.
Could be. This is probably going to be the P-Break match. If anything else.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the real focus I'm looking forward to in this event. I love Sting. I cannot wait to see Sting talking.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Set up a match.
If done right, this could be a potential... game changer for the pay-per-view and for WrestleMania. But again, it's not all about us. We want to know what our listeners think. Leave us a comment. Is Sting going to come back? Is Sting going to actually make an in-person appearance at Fastlane? Is Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan going to win? Who's going to move on to WrestleMania? Who's going to win any of the before listed matches?
Do you even care about Eva Bella boobs?
Hey, I always care about Evil Bella boobs.
She does have a nice butt. Yes. I'll give her that.
Well, whatever. I still say page out classes are in the booty department, but whatever.
Touche.
We want to know what you think. Comment on this video. Like us if you like us. Like us if you... That came out wrong.
If you like us, then good.
Then thumbs up if you like us. If you really like us and you want to hear more, click that little subscribe button. Get fresh entertainment into your YouTube feed. And if you want some more entertainment into your Facebook feed, find us on Facebook, The Scholars of Wrestling Show. Like us, free entertainment every single week. All wrestling related all the time. It's a load of fun. Free entertainment. Viva la Internet. Woo.
Viva la Scholars of Wrestling.
We are French. We apologize to our friends who are in the French, or in the French lands.
In the French lands?
Yes, in the French lands of Canada and elsewhere. You know what? I'm just going to close the show before I dig myself into an even bigger hole with my Francophone fans. We are the Scholars of Wrestling. We are cracking up all over ourselves, and you have just been schooled.
You're welcome. Vive la France.
Vive la France.
Vive la resistance.